Okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever spent like a decent chunk of money on an avocado,
Uh-huh.
brought it home feeling all virtuous, healthy choices,
Yeah. And there.
and then you cut it open, and despite looking absolutely perfect on the outside, it just immediately turns brown and tastes like, I don't know, crunchy water. Disappointment.
Oh, the ultimate fruit betrayal. It feels like you've been personally victimized by a pit. It really does.
Absolutely. It feels like a total scam, right? Especially since we're constantly told this is the superfood hero of the produce aisle.
The golden child.
Exactly. So today, we're going to dive deep into this whole avocado paradox. We want to figure out why this happens, why the oil market is apparently completely scandalous,
Oh, it is.
and crucially, how you can actually buy the good stuff without getting totally duped.
It's the perfect mission for a deep dive, really. Because we all just assume we're buying something naturally perfect, naturally beneficial.
Right, it's an avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you start looking into how modern agriculture and processing actually handle this fruit.
And it's not so natural.
Not at all. The reality is often very artificial. So we're going to unpack the difference between its incredible actual health benefits and the artificial reality the industry often creates.
Okay, let's start with the fruit itself then. The great avocado fiasco. Seems like the problem begins because, well, time is money, right?
Always.
And waiting for an avocado to ripen naturally on the tree is just too slow for modern commerce.
Way too slow. Exactly. The vast majority, the huge bulk of commercially sold avocados are picked way too early, prematurely harvested.
So they don't mature on the tree.
Nope, they're not allowed to. Instead, they get rushed off to a distribution center and basically put into what you could call a speed aging facility.
You mean the gas chamber, right? I read about that. They blast them with ethylene gas.
That's the one. Ethylene gas forces them to ripen, like, immediately. Think of it like this, okay? It's like forcing a teenager to suddenly finish college, get a mortgage, pay taxes all overnight.
Okay, I see the analogy.
They might look mature on the outside,
Yeah.
They get the right color, the right feel, the sort of professional appearance.
But inside.
But inside, they haven't developed the necessary character, or in the avocado's case, the flavor and, importantly, the nutrient density.
Wow. So the implication here is we're paying superfood prices for basically underdeveloped bland nutrition.
Pretty much. When you force that ripening process, the avocado just skips all the critical steps. It doesn't develop its natural flavor chemicals.
Which explains the watery taste.
Exactly. And crucially, it doesn't get the full complement of phytonutrients either. All the good stuff.
So that's why you get a fruit that looks perfect, smooth, unblemished, great color.
Textbook perfect on the outside.
But inside, it's watery, maybe stringy, or just, bland.
Precisely. Any forced ripening process like that is inherently unnatural. It strips the fruit of its potential goodness before it even gets to you.
So lesson number 1, if your avocado looks almost too good to be true, maybe it's suspiciously cheap and perfectly green on the shelf.
Red flag.
Yeah. Consider it a massive warning sign. It probably took a shortcut through that gas chamber and skipped its character development phase.
Well put. Now, if the fruit story is about artificial maturation, the oil story, well, that's where the regulatory scandal gets truly dramatic.
Okay, let's move on to part 2 then. The oil oxidation nightmare. Now, before we get into the deception, let's just establish avocado oil starts from a good place, right?
Oh, absolutely. Potential-wise, it's great. Unlike a lot of traditional seed oils like corn or soybean oil,
Right.
avocado oil comes from the pulp, the flesh of the fruit, and it naturally contains some really powerful antioxidants, things like vitamin E, chlorophyll.
The stuff that makes it green.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the potential.
Yeah.
The reality, though, according to some pretty revealing studies, is that problems start almost immediately during processing.
How so?
Well, one major study looked at, I think it was 22 different samples of major avocado oil brands,
Okay.
and they found a tremendous amount of oxidation in the final product across the board.
Okay, explain oxidation for us, like in simple terms.
Sure. Think of it as the rusting out of fat. It's like when you cut an apple, leave it on the counter.
It turns brown super fast.
Right. That's oxidation happening right there. When that happens to oils, it breaks down all the healthy compounds.
And creates bad stuff.
Yeah, it starts forming inflammatory components. Not what you want in your healthy oil.
Definitely not.
And here's where the processors get, well, really sneaky. Because if the oil is oxidized, it starts to taste and smell awful, like properly rancid.
Okay, yeah. Rancid oil is noticeable.
Totally.
Yeah.
So how do these mass market brands manage to sell millions of bottles that smell and taste perfectly fine. There's no rancid smell.
Good question. Industrial magic.
Close. Industrial deception. They use a process called deodorization.
Deodorization, like for armpits.
Huh. Sort of. They literally filter, heat, and sometimes chemically treat the oil specifically to remove that bad odor and the offensive flavor that comes with oxidation.
Whoa. So you can no longer taste that the oil is spoiled.
Exactly. The smell is gone. The taste is neutral.
But the inflammatory components that the oxidation created are still there.
Still highly present. You've basically been tricked into buying something that smells and tastes fine, but is fundamentally compromised at a chemical level.
That is. Wow. The ultimate health illusion.
It really is. And that begs the obvious question, how on earth are they getting away with this kind of mass deception?
Yeah, where's the regulation?
Which brings us neatly to the regulatory black hole.
Okay, this sounds bad. This is the part that really shocked me when we looked into it.
It's pretty outrageous. The reason for all this fraud is, well, depressingly simple.
Which is?
There are practically no official U.S. rules, no legal binding definitions for what avocado oil should be or how it should be processed. Zero.
Seriously, unlike olive oil.
Exactly. Olive oil has international standards.
Yeah.
There's a definition for extra virgin, for example, that's globally understood. It means something about quality control.
But avocado oil, nothing.
Nothing. No legal precedent on how it should be processed, what pure actually means, anything. It's the Wild West.
And that absence of enforcement, that lack of definition, I'm guessing that's the loophole.
It's a massive loophole.
Yeah.
According to the research, it has opened the door wide for, frankly, corruption and all sorts of scams.
Okay, so give us the big, scary statistic.
Right. The crucial number here, the one to remember, is that research found 82% of avocado oil is not what the label says it is.
82? Wait, say that again?
2%. Think about that. When you go to the store and buy a bottle, 4 out of 5 times, you are getting duped.
That's staggering. So what are we getting then in those 4 bottles?
Well, the primary dupe is just pure filler fraud. It's basic economics.
Meaning?
Meaning companies dilute the expensive avocado oil with much cheaper substitutes. Things like soy oil, canola oil, maybe some sunflower oil.
The very oils people buying avocado oil are often trying to avoid?
Precisely. They mix it in to drastically lower the cost, boost their profits, and you'd never know by tasting it, especially if it's been deodorized. And it gets worse. That same research found some products labeled pure avocado oil. Guess what?
Oh, no, don't tell me.
They had 0 avocado oil in them. None. Zilch.
What was in them then?
Just the cheap stuff. Entirely other oils, like soybean oil.
Yeah.
It's just pure, brazen mislabeling fraud.
Wow. Okay, and the labeling games don't stop there, do they? What about the origin, the product of the U.S. label?
Ah, yes. That sounds trustworthy, right?
Yeah.
You assume that means the avocados were grown here, processed here.
Yeah, logically.
Not at all. Because the regulations are so incredibly lax, a product could have avocados grown in, say, China,
Okay,
blended with other oils in Mexico,
right.
and then simply bottled in the U.S. And just that final bottling step allows it to legally qualify as a product of the U.S.
That tells you absolutely nothing.
Nothing meaningful about the fruit's origin or the oil's quality. Nothing.
And the final piece of this label, farce.
Yep.
The expiration date, right?
Yeah. There's no law requiring an actual processing date
Yeah.
or even a mandated expiration date format.
So the best buy date is meaningless.
Pretty much. They just slap a vague best used by date on there. It could have been processed years ago. You have no way to gauge how long that oil's been sitting on a shelf oxidizing, potentially for ages.
It really forces the consumer to just shop purely on faith, blind faith.
Completely. And speaking of faith, and maybe misplaced faith, we absolutely have to talk about the green goo.
The guacamole.
That stuff many of us eat regularly, maybe at fast food places, that has the sheer audacity to call itself guacamole.
Right. This is our moment of dark comedic relief, I guess. Because that stuff, it's barely avocado, is it?
Barely is generous. Many servings of fast food or commercially pre-made guacamole contain less than 5% actual avocado, sometimes closer to 0.
5%? What on earth is the rest of it then, if it's green?
It's a miracle of industrial food science. Our sources describe it basically as green goo.
Appetizing.
Totally. It's often a blend of things like green peas for color.
Green peas.
Yep. Hydrogenated oils for texture, various food starches, flavorings, colorings.
So you think you're getting this healthy, fatty, delicious topping.
And you're literally getting green peas mixed with processed fillers and maybe a whisper of avocado, if you're lucky.
It's the ultimate culinary illusion of health, just like the oil.
Exactly. And this illusion, this health halo effect, It extends straight to the beauty aisle, too. Companies love using avocado on the label.
Oh, right. Cosmetics contains avocado oil.
Yeah, look at those products. Check the actual ingredient list, not just the front label.
What will we find?
Often, you'll find the cheapest filler ingredients listed first. Things like soy oil, palm oil, maybe mineral oil,
Huh.
the stuff that costs pennies.
And the avocado oil.
It's usually way, way down the list, like a tiny bit, almost an afterthought. But having it on the label creates this marketing illusion that the product is rich with those beneficial avocado fats.
Another trick. Okay, wow. We've covered a lot of deception here, from the produce aisle to the oil bottle to the cosmetic counter. It sounds pretty bleak.
It can feel that way.
But let's not get totally cynical. We have to talk about part 5. Redemption.
Right.
Because pure, unadulterated avocados are actually good for you. They really are a nutritional powerhouse.
They absolutely are. We need to stress that. If you can avoid all these pitfalls we've discussed, the genuine article is incredibly healthy.
What makes it so good, fundamentally?
Well, the fats in avocados are pretty unique. They're only about 10% omega-6 oils.
Okay, why is that important? Low omega-6.
It's crucial because most of us get way too many omega-6 fatty acids in our diet, especially from cheap seed oils like corn, soy, sunflower.
Right.
And consuming too many omega-6s relative to omega-3s can fuel inflammatory processes in the body.
Gotcha. So a low omega-6 profile makes real avocado oil inherently superior to many popular cooking oils.
Provided it hasn't been oxidized and deodorized into oblivion.
And beyond the fats, the fruit itself is loaded with other good stuff we actually need, right?
Yeah, we're talking powerful electrolytes. If you're looking for potassium, for instance.
More than a banana.
Often, yes. One medium avocado can give you anywhere from 500 to maybe 900 milligrams of potassium. That's a serious contribution.
Wow. And magnesium, too.
Absolutely. Avocados are loaded with magnesium, which is another one of those crucial electrolytes that a huge number of people are actually deficient in.
So the bottom line is, the pure fruit, ripened naturally, is definitely worth hunting down.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So what does this all mean for, the listener, for someone who just wants to make an honest salad dressing or buy a decent piece of fruit without getting ripped off?
We need a plan, a practical, actionable buying guide to help cut through that insane 82% fraud rate for the oil and the guesswork for the fruit.
Let's do it. Start with the oil, since that seems like the biggest minefield.
Okay, oil shopping. First rule, always look for oil in dark glass bottles.
Not clear plastic or clear glass.
Definitely not. Light is the enemy of oil. It accelerates oxidation, speeds up that whole rust-out process we talked about. Dark glass protects it.
Good tip. What else?
Check the labels really carefully. Avoid the absolute cheapest brands. I mean, if the price seems suspiciously low compared to others,
It's probably diluted.
it's almost certainly diluted, or maybe just plain old soybean oil.
Yeah.
And try to find a company that puts an actual expiration date on the bottle. Even better, a harvest date.
So you know how old it actually is.
Exactly. It gives you some idea of freshness. The best buy date alone isn't very helpful.
And what about the color? Should it be green?
Good point.
Yeah.
Generally, yes. Pure, unrefined, or minimally processed avocado oil should have a noticeable green tint. That's the chlorophyll, a sign that it hasn't been overly processed or deodorized.
Unless it's specifically labeled refined.
Right. Refined avocado oil will be clear or very pale yellow, and it's processed differently for high-heat cooking, but you lose some nutrients. For general use, look for that green.
Okay, that helps for oil. Now, what about buying the actual fruit?
For the fruit itself, generally stick to the Hass variety if you can. They tend to have the best flavor and texture.
Haas. Got it. Anything to avoid visually.
Yeah, be a bit wary of those really shiny, cheap avocados, especially the ones sold in bulk bags.
Shiny? Why shiny?
They're often coated in a thin layer of wax. It makes them look better, more appealing, maybe distracts you from the fact that they might be rock hard because they skipped the natural maturation.
Ah, another trick. So how do you pick a good one then?
Use the classic test. The gentle thumb press.
Okay.
Hold the avocado in your palm and just gently press with your thumb. If your thumb sinks in really easily, leaves a big dent.
Too ripe. Mushy.
Exactly. Probably brown inside already. If there's absolutely no give at all, it feels like a rock.
Too hard. Needs days.
Right. It's too hard, probably gassed, and might never ripen properly.
Yeah.
You want just a slight yield, a gentle softness. That physical test is honestly your best defense against the gas chamber effect.
Gentle thumb press noted.
And maybe a final sad little note on guacamole.
Just make your own.
Honestly, yes. Just make it yourself. Be very wary of buying any pre-made tubs or fast food versions because, as we said, the actual avocado content can be shockingly low. Don't pay premium for green pea paste.
Good advice. Okay, so let's wrap this up. We basically went from thinking we were buying this perfect superfood
The health halo shining bright.
to discovering that actually much of the market is built on artificial ripening, hidden oxidation, rampant dilution with cheaper oils. It's kind of a mess.
A big mess. But, and this is important, the pure, genuine product, the one that wasn't rushed through a gas chamber, wasn't oxidized and deodorized, wasn't adulterated.
That one is the real deal.
That one truly is a nutritional powerhouse. Because of that unique healthy fat profile, the low omega-6, all those electrolytes like potassium and magnesium.
So the potential is real, but the market is treacherous.
Very treacherous. Which leads to a kind of sobering final thought, doesn't it?
What's that?
Well, if 82% of a common everyday kitchen staple like avocado oil can be mislabeled, diluted, and basically fraudulent,
Yeah.
how much trust should we really put into any food label that isn't backed by super strict ironclad regulations? Makes you wonder what else is hiding in plain sight.
That's a heavy question. Or maybe, just maybe, the real superfood lesson here is that the best things in life, and definitely in the produce aisle, always require a little bit of a gentle thumb press just to confirm they're actually authentic.
I like that. A gentle thumb press for authenticity.